Okay. So oh my God. I would never say this if you didn't have that, but
Okay,
my one thing that I'm petrified of in this world is.
This has been a while in the making, but we are finally making it happen. I'm so excited to bring to the stream. She's the one, she's the only, Caity BABS, everybody.
Okay, I think that was like the coolest intro I've ever received.
Well, of course, I mean, you deserve it, and then some, et cetera, et cetera. You're amazing.
That was pro. I loved it.
Well, thank you, Caity. This is so exciting. Thank you so much. We did it. We did it, Caity. We made it happen.
We got it done. It's getting done. Finally, we've been trying to plan this for far too long.
Yeah, but it is all happening. And first of all, I must compliment you. Love the hair.
I brought out the wig just for you. I wanted to match. I wanted to like have the luxurious long locks.
It's fun, but it's, it could be a bit of a pain, but it's fun.
I mean, it's a little itchy considering it's a fake wig, but I mean, it looks I'm impressed.
I like it. You're rocking it. So I was going to say, Caity, you have had your fair share of pretty much every color of the rainbow. Is there a color you haven't tried or have yet to try?
I've never had like full black hair, and I don't think I ever will because there's like no going back from that.
No, it took
like if you have black hair, if you get black hair, it's like you're gonna go through the orange stage and the ugly brown brassy stage. No thanks, I don't want that.
They don't even know. It's
They have no idea.
They have no idea. But I was gonna say, like, there was a point in time, and I'm still really into like the split colors because why have only one?
Yeah.
And I wanted to do black, and my hairstylist is like, it's a choice. You can do it, but yeah. So one color for now,
Yeah, it looks great.
Well, thanks.
It's so sleek and beautiful.
Oh, I have a great stylist. I wish I could claim this all as mine, but yeah, it's in there. It's attached to my head.
I mean, extensions are where it's at.
Yes, exactly. But thank you so much again. So I kind of wanted to start. I know you're originally from our great neighbors to the north. So I wanted to know, like, what was the music scene like growing up in British Columbia?
You know what? It was not a lot came around. And when it did, it was like a big deal. Like some of my first concerts were Sum 41 and All American Rejects and the Academy Is and like all these Warped Tour bands. And then they finally decided, okay, we'll bring Warped Tour back after like 5 years or something. So before that, I was like 10. I wasn't going.
Right.
And they brought it back. I think I was like 14 or 15 and that like changed my life. I was like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever. But you kind of like find your niche of like friends in high school and they get you into local bands and this and that. So it was a lot of like local music, not a ton of bands from the United States, a lot of Canadian bands. So it was a little small. And then as I got older, I really wanted to like venture out and see all the bands that I was listening to and watching on YouTube. And now I'm lucky enough to say that I work with the majority of those bands. So it's a lot of fun.
How surreal is that? But also, let's just take a second to shout out Warped Tour. She will be missed. May she rest.
It will come back. It will come back.
I feel like all is coming. Like we're kind of in the nostalgia age right now, and I'm loving every nanosecond of it. And you mentioned some of my favorite bands, Sum 41, The Academy Is, and I think Academy Is playing this year's When We Were Young Fest. Is Sum 41?
Yeah. I think was Sum 41 on the first one? I can't remember. It's too many bands.
It's a lot. It's a lot of bands.
But I think Warped Tour will come back eventually. And even if it comes back in like a weekend festival, I think they'll end up doing that.
Yeah, because touring life in itself is hard enough. And then I can't even imagine touring with that amount of bands. That has to be so extreme. Like that, I can't even imagine. Hence why I'm not doing that kind of stuff. But
every band that I've known to go on Warped Tour has been like, oh, I hate it, but I love it. Oh, I want to go back, but I don't. And it's like a bittersweet thing.
Yeah, fair. And so obviously you also have the opportunity to attend so many wonderful festivals. So out of curiosity, Caity, let's say that we're attending a festival, and obviously these things can be weekends long. They're all day, right? It's a long, long day. What are some tips and tricks that you can give people to help get through a festival weekend?
You know what's funny? It's funny you asked me that because when I was working for Alternative Press, I did like a prepare for Warped Tour video on YouTube.
Give it.
And I went through like, oh, for your makeup, make sure you have setting spray and like for shoes, make sure you bring these and this. But I mean, obviously drink water.
Important.
Drink water is the most important thing, I think. But if you're just like a concert goer and you're planning on spending like days on end at the festival, like water and sunscreen, and go find some shade once in a while, because it is hard to get through those days, but take a breather when you need it.
Right. And, you mentioned the shoes. For me, maybe it's comfort over looks at a festival, right? Sensible shoes are so important. Yet I see people walking around in these like stilettos or like I'm like, how do you do? What is up with your feet? And like, can I talk to your podiatrist?
I feel like they have to be drunk. Like, how else are you going to be able to walk in those?
Yeah. Some people are blessed, I suppose, that are able to do that. So
I'm jealous of those ones.
Say that one more time. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm jealous of those ones.
Ditto. Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm like sensible. Like if I have to attend in Crocs, I would do it.
I mean, platform Crocs with like spikes and studs sticking out, not so bad.
Now you're talking. So let's say that you could create your dream festival. Who would be some of the bands that you would want to see headline?
Oh, this is easy.
Okay.
So Sick New World in Vegas, May 13th is pretty much like top notch for it. They're just missing a few bands, but headliners, it would be like multiple headliners. So you would have Disturbed and Korn and Deftones.
Love.
And then under that, you would have like Static X, Limp Bizkit, Incubus, like a lot of like the new metal from the 90s and 2000s. If we were going to spruce in some new bands on there, I would definitely add like Bad Omens and Crown the Empire and We Came as Romans. Like, it would be a large festival if I was going to put on any.
I hope that you do. I want to go to BABS Fest. That sounds so fun. Seriously, like I love like these resurgence of all of these festivals, especially after like the crazy couple of years that we've had. Yeah. And some of these bands, I'm like so shocked to be seeing like I know Kiss just headlined a festival. I'm like, I'm so mad I had to miss it. But
Louder Than Life and Aftershock, they headlined, and it's so weird. Like Kiss is crazy. Like they're just nuts.
Yeah, I got to see them a couple times, and I know they're now once again doing their like farewell tour, which like I will not believe it's over till it's over. Yeah. I guess same with Warped Tour, right? Like we'll see. But it's so funny, like people that maybe go in and they're not into a band like Kiss, and then they leave and now they're like huge Kiss fans. So they get them like in the end.
Oh, seriously. For sure. Yeah. You always get into Kiss.
Oh my gosh. So amazing. And you mentioned this festival coming up in May. So, okay, let me ask you, Caity, because a lot of times I'll ask people about the original Woodstock, which I guess was the summer of 69. But then we had Woodstock 99. I feel like that would have been way more your speed. Have you watched a whole bunch of these documentaries about it?
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I hate that they like to blame the bands that were on it for all the chaos. It's like, everybody has a little something to do with it. You know what I mean? So honestly, kind of wish I was there to experience the pure chaos. But as soon as I heard about people playing in their own shit from the porta potties, I was like, okay, maybe not. But a lot of people like blaming Limp Bizkit and Rage Against the Machine for all the chaos that went on. And I'm like, no, man, like that's their music. Yeah, get used to it.
You know what you're getting into when you have these bands on your festival, and everyone was just up and about in the heat. There was no shade. There wasn't enough water or food, and just the layout of the land was like so bizarre. Of course, people are gonna, but that moment of like break stuff when Limp Bizkit played lives rent free in my head forever.
Right? I love it. I love it.
Well, maybe they'll do another Woodstock. Who knows? But that
maybe Sick New World will be the new Woodstock. Who knows?
But hopefully with more water and shade. So. Yeah, I have a feeling they have it figured out. So we talked about some of the first bands that you got to see live. But was there like a band or a song in general that you would consider your musical awakening?
Ooh, okay, so. Before I was a metalhead, I was listening to like The Game and Eminem and 50 Cent, Missy Elliott. Like I was so into that. And I think I liked it because those rappers really put out like the harder rap, like the more it was a little scary at times, you know what I mean? So I think that's what intrigued me to it. And I wasn't quite sure what capacity of music my brain could listen to. So then I found this MP3 player walking home from school, and I think I was like 13 or 14. And luckily it was still working, and it belonged to a metalhead because every single song on there, it was Meshuggah and Arch Enemy and Lamb of God and like pure metal. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm a metalhead. This is it. But I would probably say like, Suicide Silence, You Only Live Once. As soon as I heard that song, I was like,
that was
it made me like feel some sort of way. And it was that song, and it was Bring Me the Horizon, Pray for Plagues.
Nice.
And those two songs, right after that, I was like, this is all I want to listen to. And I'd be on YouTube and I would like go to another band and go to another one and go to another one. And it would just, I would write down every single song that I liked and then try to illegally download it on LimeWire.
Right. But it would really be like the voice of Bill Clinton or something.
Oh my God, yes. I did not have sexual intercourse with that woman or whatever he said.
They got us, LimeWire. I know. Like, how many viruses did so wild.
Crazy.
But it almost seems like your journey has really, like your entire life journey has led you exactly to where you are right now. And that is so incredible and so wonderful. Like, it just seems so serendipitous. And I love that word so much. You'll hear me use it a lot. But I also like that, you know, you mentioned you used to listen to, what was it, 50 Cent and all that. So how did you like the Super Bowl halftime show that they did? I guess, what was that, 2 years ago now?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved it when Dr. Dre and Missy and Eminem and like and Snoop Dogg and all of them went on last year. I was like all about it. And this year I liked how Rihanna like dimmed it down. I don't think it needs to be like, it was already crazy and they were expecting so much. And I hate when people like just talk shit on it. It's like unnecessary. It's done. It's over with. You can't do anything about it. Just enjoy it.
Fair. Yeah. Right. Live in the moment. Appreciate the moment. She was pregnant.
Dude, she announced a pregnancy. Give her a break.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like it. I will say this, though. I miss the era of the MTV when we would have like Aerosmith and Britney and NSYNC and Kid Rock all, you know, in these super mishmash halftime shows, a little bit from everything. So who would you like to see do the halftime show next year?
I've talked about this so many times on my radio shows because I'm like, I know maybe 1 year it will happen. I highly doubt it will, though. It's just like we can all wish for it to happen, but it just doesn't come through. But it would be awesome to see Metallica get up there and do something crazy and bring out like iconic guitar players like Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine or like, I don't know, Monkey of Korn or something like that. And just have like a new metal makeover, like get Limp Bizkit out there and get all these new metal bands like Slipknot. Like that would be insane. But also I could only imagine how like all of like the prissy people would handle that, you know, they would be like, oh my God, the devil, satanic rituals are happening at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they are. But, you know, they can go get their snacks or use the bathroom, like if they really, you know, don't want to watch it. But I mean, like, it doesn't matter who you're going to put up there. They're going to say that about it because that's what they said about Rihanna. I mean, like, oh, human sacrifices. Sure. Whatever.
I think Metallica people would be losing their minds.
Yeah, that would be so wild. My pick, after like sitting on it, thinking about it, I'm gonna say Foo Fighters. I feel like Foo Fighters would do a great show, and I'm gonna throw in Kiss, a little. I
mean,
Kiss.
Yeah, like just bring like a bunch of rock bands. Like you don't think, what is holding them back? I feel like because not a lot of it is real, like real performances. Like they pre-record that the day before, and then so it sounds real, and then they perform, right? So I feel like when there's instruments and Dave Grohl on guitar wanting to really sing, they kind of are like, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because they do use like scratch tracks quite often. Mm-hmm. And there has been some which have thrown me, like, because I've now gone down this rabbit hole of watching a lot of previous halftime performances. I want to say Beyonce's was live. I in my heart of hearts, maybe Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno. But you could be right, Caity. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like parts of the Bruno Mars one that I've watched and I'm like, that he just fucked up right there. Like, but you're right. You never really know, but it would be sick to see like Foo Fighters and Metallica and like, Dave Grohl would bring some crazy people out.
I know. Let's put this energy into the universe.
Ooh, let's put energy into the universe for Super Bowl to be either Metallica or Foo Fighters with Post Malone. Perfect.
Done. As long as there's no hidden holes in the stage, we'll be good for our friend Posty over here.
Yes.
Poor man. Have you seen him this season on Impractical Jokers? I don't know if
I've been seeing a lot of stuff on his Instagram of that, and how do people not recognize him? Like, come on, girls. Like,
I don't get it, but I feel like you really have to go far, far away. But they were kind of looking at him like,
yeah, they were like, you look like someone.
Yeah, maybe for like the 100 people they meet, there's like 2 or 3 that. But yeah, how do you not know? It's crazy. Yeah. Well, to pivot ever so slightly, obviously you've had the opportunity to also interview some really incredible, amazing people. And a lot of your interviews seem to go viral. And one of the ones I loved was with Jamie Campbell Bower. And so, oh my gosh, how freaking fun. And Stranger Things is legendary. But I want to know, what is your Vecna song?
Ooh, I don't know. That would be hard. Like, I mean, I love the soundtracks for Stranger Things regardless. Like, I love that they use Journey in the last, or in like the episode where they're entering the house like separate ways. That was so epic. I was like, damn, they're throwing in Journey. And then of course, like the Metallica scene was so cool. But my Vecna song, I feel like it would probably be Incubus, Wish You Were Here.
Good one.
Yeah, because that is like, the Morning View is the record that like really got me through like a lot of shit. And like, I could listen to that. That would be like, if I'm stranded on an island, Morning View would be the record I take.
The island record. Yeah. Nice. Good to know. Oh my God.
How about yours? What's yours?
So, okay. Well, I think I've given like a fake answer before, but I'm going to give a real answer. My fake answer was Superman by Goldfinger, only because I love my No Skip song. And there's something about when I hear it, it just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
It would probably be an Alice Cooper song. So I love Cold Ethel, even though people hate on me for that. Maybe it's Cold Ethel. I don't know. Something from Welcome to My Nightmare.
Whatever floats your boat. It's your song.
Yeah, I know. I used it once, like during a wrestling show as my entrance, and everyone's like, "What is it?" Song's about necrophilia. Like, whatever. Just don't pay too much attention. Sorry. I love you, Alice.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think if it was like a little bit of a lighter note, I'd probably choose a Nickelback song because like
we live.
Ride or Die to Nickelback.
Amen, preach, love. Yeah,
I totally look like Jay and Silent Bob. Like I look like Jay.
Oh, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Like, after going like this.
do you know his rap?
If that's a good thing or not.
What's it? Fuck, motherfuck, motherfuck, noid. Yeah, that's.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank you. I know the whole thing, but I'm not going to stress everyone out with that. It's so funny. I'll get
it out of you.
I'll do it. I feel like we get to see them a lot. They're like really big into the convention circuit right now because of the most recent Clerks 3. What wonderful people. And I guess I can use this as a transition. I was also going to ask about Stranger Things, but obviously, all the Clerks films have incredible soundtracks, and so does Stranger Things. Is there a film soundtrack that you can put on, like, start to finish?
Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
You got Korn, you got, like, Chester, you got Deftones, you got a little bit of everything in there, and it's just, like, such a sexy soundtrack. Like, you can't go wrong.
That's Change in the House of Flies is on that, right? Is that...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That the bathtub scene is with Change, and they're like, Aaliyah's in the bathtub, and she's got rose petals all over her. It's like the best thing ever.
You ain't lying. Wow, what a great choice. And Aaliyah, oh my God, what an angel.
Also, the Punisher one is really good too, because they got Nickelback and Static X and like all those new metal bands.
Yeah, I would say the first one that comes to my mind is Empire Records. That's also one of my favorite films, and made me want to work in a record store, which I never did, but
you're into like a little more of the old school rock and roll. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it all, but yeah, I would place myself there. But
yeah,
I venture out. So, okay, obviously we have to talk a little bit about Power Hour. And okay, I want to ask, what is something that you would absolutely hate to have to do for an hour straight?
Oh God. What would I hate to do for an hour? I'm not that big on cooking. I don't really like cooking a lot, but what do I really hate doing? Ooh, that's a good question. I got to think about it for a sec. Probably, I would hate to be stuck on like the phone with like an airline.
Ooh.
Like being stuck on the phone regardless while you're trying to get like money back for something, or like trying to figure out what happened. Your credit cards were compromised or some shit.
Not fun.
That does not sound fun. I'll choose that.
Good answer. Oh, facts. Yes, totally agree. Okay, so obviously Power Hour is so wonderful and everything that you get to do for Sirius XM, but I was wondering, has there ever been like a crazy or unique gig that you've ever turned down that was offered to you because maybe it was just a little too bizarre?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, so we've been on the Power Hour, we've been bugging the dudes in Steel Panther to put me in one of their music videos because I've always wanted to be in a Steel Panther music video. So they were like, okay, Caity, done. You're going to be in the next one. And then Josh, who's my co-host on the show, messaged them about it. And they're like, hey, so the song's for friends with benefits. And if you go and watch the music video, you'll know exactly why I didn't do it.
Yeah, that is totally fair. Yeah.
But they said the next one, when it's a little less raunchy and, you know, it's.
Is there less raunchy Steel Panther songs? I mean,
1987 was like, it was pretty low key and it was just catchy as hell. It was good. They did a good job with that one.
They are so incredible live. One of my favorite songs is Steel Panther. They are just seriously like rock stars. They are amazing. So fun. Okay. So I'm excited to see you in one of their next music videos. Not friends with benefits.
Yeah, if it ever happens, we'll see, but
it'll happen. Manifesting. We're putting it out there with the Super Bowl and Steel Panther and all the good things. Okay, so since I already mentioned Alice Cooper, who is just my number one favorite of all time, I'm obsessed. Obviously, you got to work with him on No Cover. So I was wondering, what was it like getting to just kind of be around, be with Alice, and if you had any stories?
I kind of had to like check myself every day and be like, listen, you're in the same room like 15 hours a day with Alice freaking Cooper. Like, think about how crazy that is. But he became like, we would eat our lunch together. And at like, I think the second to last day, I was FaceTiming my parents and he was like, oh, let me say hi to them. So he ended up like FaceTiming with my parents and they were so stoked. And he was just the sweetest. And his wife was on set with him every single day. And they are like the cutest freaking couple. They met because when she was 18 years old, she was dancing for Alice Cooper. So it was like wild that she's like so beautiful and they're just like the sweetest things. But he is like no bad bone in his body. He loves McDonald's milkshakes and like he's just such a pure soul. I love that man.
Yeah, he is literally, and I think the thing that makes me like fans of people is their kindness and who they are as humans, because I'm sure, you know, Caity, like in this industry, not everyone that you meet is wonderful. And unfortunately, it can really change your perception of people. Yeah. But Alice he's so special and so kind.
He's pure. He's so kind. He's nice. Like there's nothing bad to say about him whatsoever.
Yeah, let's see, where do I have? He signed here. She's Poison. Yeah, love.
Oh, we'll have to show him that one day.
Oh yeah. See my Frankenstein. Oh yeah. He's seen it. Yeah, he does a lot of conventions, surprisingly. Yeah. So I fight to host that panel every single time, and I usually win. But
okay. I love it.
It is a whole nother thing. So another thing that we were kind of talking about before we went live was that you were in a WWE movie. So no, kind of ish. And you kind of mentioned that you haven't really ventured, you know, into the world of wrestling yet. And I told you absolutely need to go to a live event. So
I do.
Do you have any knowledge whatsoever of the wrestling world? Like, do you know any of the wrestlers?
I know the wrestlers who have like turned actors. Like Bautista, like oh my God, I love him so much, especially after seeing Knock at the Cabin or whatever. I love him.
That's my bestie, Caity. He's like my BFF.
I love him. Like, he's just the cutest, biggest teddy bear ever. But
yeah,
I got to like work with Corey Graves, and you know, I've been around Soraya a lot, and I've been around people who are in it. I just am not familiar with it. And when I did that movie, it was purely just audition for this movie, see if you get the part. And I did, and it turned out to be a WWE movie. So it was kind of like random, but I was doing side acting jobs so I could pay for my visa to move to the United States. So
hey, it's an incredible story. I think that's so fun.
The movie is so bad.
Is it? Okay, fair. I haven't seen it. I've seen a couple.
It's with, oh God, this was so long ago. Like, I've been in LA for like, this is probably 10 years ago, I want to say. I think it was with Dolph Ziggler. Dolph and the chick from Jeepers Creepers, and like I played the tattoo shop owner's girlfriend, and I like throw a punch at her, and I have like crazy, it was my hair, but I had like really dark green blue hair. It was a whole thing, but
hey, I'm sure you rocked it too, as always.
But it was an experience, and it paid really well. So
that's what matters. And it's another thing on your resume. Check.
Exactly.
So, and I
don't know if I put it on my resume today, but whatever.
No, but it's a moment. It's a memory. You know,
exactly.
It's a thing. And I was going to say, Batista has a tattoo shop in Tampa. So the next time you're in Tampa, you got to go down to DC Society Inc. I got a really cool E.T. Yeah, from John.
Oh my God. Okay. So my one, I would never say this if you didn't have that, but my one thing that I'm petrified of in this world is E.T.
So same. And like, that was always my thing growing up, was I was mortified. Like E.T. scared the heck out of me. And then as I got older, oh, hold on. I don't mean to put you on the spot. As I got older, I fell in love with him. And now.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to traumatize you.
I still, even since I was a kid, I've never watched the movie. I just refuse to look at anything that it's not going anywhere.
That's fine. Okay, we'll put him away, and I will strategically place my hair to now.
Honestly, I didn't even realize it until you pointed it out. So.
This is the moment. No, okay, cool. He's gone. We'll say the ride is really fun at Universal Studios, but okay,
I tried to jump out of it when I was a kid.
Oh no. That sounds terrifying. Okay,
well, I'm very sorry. The ride and shit.
What was your first tattoo?
Chinese symbols on my side is real bad. And I just got my other bad tattoos covered up the other day. So.
Oh, did you?
I did. I had diamonds on my hips, and I got them covered with scorpions, like massive scorpions. So
heck yeah,
it's way better now.
Good. I mean, once again, it's all memories. It's like I look at it kind of as like collecting moments in life.
Yeah,
you know?
Me too. Like I wouldn't have even covered them unless like my friend who tattooed me was like, "Oh, let's put scorpions on you," and I was like, "Wait, we can actually cover these if we want." And I was like, "Let's just do it." It wasn't even really a thought like, "Oh, I want these covered." So
it's magic. Serious. Tattoo artists are magical, because I have a few cover-ups as well. Oh man. All right. So I'm going to ask you another question or two, and then I have a game, Caity.
Oh, cool.
So here's the first one. Obviously, you know, we get to see you on air and we get to hear you as well. But is there a side of you maybe that the public doesn't really get to see as often, minus the you don't like ET thing?
Definitely. I talk so much throughout the week, like having to be on air twice a day and then doing the Power Hour every Friday. It's like there's a lot of talking and a lot of interacting with people. And honestly, when I'm at home, I probably take like 3 hours a day to watch YouTube true crime documentaries. And it's like,
yes,
I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to lie in bed with my dog and I want to watch these. And there's like some real good channels on YouTube that are true crime related, like Coffee House Crime and Anna Uncovered or Anna Solves or whatever. And then the EWU crew. EWU or something like that. But there's so many that I watch, and that is like my time to decompress. And definitely people don't know that I do that every day.
I love it. I'm the same way. I watch so much true crime. Dreading is probably my favorite YouTube channel right now. So I'll send that to you after.
Cool. Yeah, send it to me because I wanna check it out.
And as I was getting ready for this stream, let me tell you, I was watching a oh my gosh, where is my YouTube history? I was just watching a crazy one.
That's funny because when I was getting ready, I had 48 hours on.
Her name was Alexis Sharkey. And I remember like this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
I remember Sharkey. Like I remember the name Sharkey.
Yeah. And it's, do you prefer like solved or unsolved, or you don't really
Either or.
Okay. Now, have you been following this whole thing with the girl that was claiming to be Madeleine McCann?
Oh my God. Like attention.
Crazy. It's like she literally had birth parents, right? She had, yeah.
And I like, just to me, I'm sorry, but like, if you haven't found that little girl, like I think probably within the first couple of days that she went missing, she had passed away.
Yeah. It's so incredibly unfortunate and so sick, but yeah, it's so wild that this girl just came out of nowhere claiming to be her because I guess someone noticed she had a spot in her eye that was like Madeline or okay. So you happen to, okay.
Yeah. It came up on YouTube the other day and I had already watched like a different special on it. And yeah, I think the guy that they had suspected a couple of years back is probably, that's their best option, or the parents. Keep looking into the parents. You never know. That's
what bothers me the most is they were just totally fine to let their kids be unattended in a room by themselves. I'm sorry.
So I would never. And think about it. Back then, they didn't have like little nanny cams, like little phone things you could set up so you could watch them.
Yeah, I know. It bothers me a lot that there wasn't more blame placed on them. But do you have a favorite true crime that you've followed, or?
I love the new like remade Unsolved Mysteries that Netflix has put out.
Yeah, they were very
like three parts to it right now, but like the first one that they came out with was so crazy. Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, the newer ones. If you haven't watched those, you have to watch them.
Highly recommend. Ditto. Totally agree. All right. So my final question before we get into our game, if you could pick a theme song to describe where your life is at right now, what is your theme song?
This is so hard. God.
Yeah, that one's pretty tough.
I mean, like, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty stable. Like everything, I'm happy and like I'm doing well. I don't know, like what metal song talks about being happy and like positive, good place? Huh.
Yeah, that is tough.
That is hard, right?
It is hard. It is hard. Yeah.
I mean, it's my birthday month, so it could be like a birthday song of some sort.
When's your birthday, Caity?
It's March 13th.
Mine's on Sunday. So
nice.
I know. Pisces?
Yep.
Okay.
Pisces life. But yeah, I don't have it. Like maybe if someone watching this has like a good idea. I mean, a song that makes me happy always is Crazy Town Butterfly. And maybe I'll just pretend that the guy rapping is my husband and he's talking about me.
He is. That is fact. He was talking about you. That's another video. Once again, lives.
Or maybe like Freak on a Leash or something. Just something fun.
Great. Perfect. Love it. Awesome. Okay. So, Caity, this is a game of Would You Rather. There is no wrong answers. So whatever you choose is correct. And if you want to explain why you picked something, awesome. And if not, that's totally fine too.
Okay.
So here we go. Some of these are pretty hard. Okay. I apologize in advance. So here we go. Here's the very first one. Would you rather go back in time and interview Kurt Cobain or go back in time and interview John Lennon?
This is easy for me, Kurt Cobain.
Okay. Fair. Yeah. Okay. That was easy. Okay. 1 for 1. All right. Here we go. Here's the next one. Would you rather compete on The Amazing Race with Matt Pinfield or compete on Nailed It with Josh Bernstein?
Oh my God, Nailed It would be so fun with Josh because we would just be so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, an Amazing Race, like, especially with Matt. Oh my God, no fucking way. And listen, I'll show this to Matt and he'll be like, oh, okay, I get it, Caity. Like, me and Matt are not like runners by any means. Like, we are not like these in shape people. So I'd rather cook with Josh Bernstein.
Now, between the two of you, who do you think would be worse on Nailed It?
Josh.
Okay. It's out there. It is now out there. That show is so fun. Like, that is such a fun, binge-worthy, like, turn off your brain, watch something show. So
I gotta watch it. I think I watched the first like couple episodes when it first started, but
yeah, it's super cute. I love it. All right. Here's the next one. Would you rather Oh, ouch. Listen to Mambo Number 5 on repeat for 24 hours straight, or listen to Who Let the Dogs Out on repeat.
You know what's funny? I love both of these songs.
Then it should be easy, Caity.
Yeah, but if I like both of them, what one do I like more to listen to? I feel like Who Let the Dogs Out would get more annoying after like 5 hours, so I'm going to go with Mambo Number 5.
Great choice. Great choice. I think I would do the same. Yeah.
I feel like it has a little more like substantial like start, middle, end, and Who Let the Dogs Out is really just like Who Let the Dogs Out.
It kind of is what it is. Mambo Number 5, they kind of give you like a dance breakdown, right? He's like jump on, moving on again. So I feel like at some points, you could do the dance. So,
and you could like play a game with yourself where you like try to learn all the lyrics in those 24 hours because there's a lot of names to remember.
Yeah, Angela, Sandra, Rita. I don't know. This is
okay. Monica.
You got it.
Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need. Hey,
I think little bit of Tina's.
What I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of
Jessica.
Here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you kind of already know the words.
A little bit, I guess.
Do you remember, Caity, the Radio Disney version of that song?
No.
Oh. Because it's like it was like the old school kids bop. You know how now like they'll just change everything instead of like So it was like about Mickey Mouse. Gosh, I'd have to like really dig back there.
Oh, I gotta go find it. I'll go.
Yeah, well worth it. Okay, here's the next one. Would you rather have to go on air after having a Novocaine shot or go on air after eating a ghost pepper?
Ooh. Honestly, both of these would be really funny. And if you watch the Power Hour ever, I don't get embarrassed. Like I like to just make people laugh regardless. So I don't think I would have a problem with either. What one would be funnier? I feel like a Novocaine shot would be super entertaining.
I would agree. Ghost pepper, I feel like that would more affect like your stomach, Yeah,
I feel like I'd probably like be down for a couple of days after that.
Yeah, not cute. So Novocaine.
These are great. These are so good.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so we're going Novocaine?
Yeah.
Okay, great answer. Okay, here's another one. Would you rather go back in time, attend the original Woodstock, or we'll give you 99, or go back in time and attend Live Aid?
Live Aid. I gotta.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Queen that is every time someone's like, who is one musician you wish you were able to see that passed away? And Freddie Mercury is like always at the top of my list. So that's really hard. That's a great question, but it would have to be Live Aid.
For Freddie. I mean, but the lineup, of course, was exceptional as well. But
yeah. I just think I watched that. I think I've watched that live set more than anything else in my life. So
and wasn't he like sick like right before he went on and he pulled out that performance?
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh, Vincent wants to know if you have a favorite rock biopic movie. Ooh.
You know what? I really wish there were more like in the genre that we listen to. I feel like not enough bands that are in the hard rock and metal scene have them.
Well, we have like
if I was gonna choose, so there's a live DVD of Avenged Sevenfold like a year before the Rev passed away, and that's like a live DVD that I'm obsessed with. But I also like another just rock star movie that I'm a fan of is Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg. Like I freaking love that.
Stop. Oh, I know.
It's so good. The biopic, like I don't feel like there's one there's so many good ones, but I don't feel like there's any that really stand out to me. And I wish that more would come out today.
That's fair. But Rockstar, oh my God, love that movie. And what was the name of the band? Steel Dragon? Was it?
Yeah, Steel Dragon, and then Miles Kennedy was the voice of Mark Wahlberg, like Alter Bridge. So that was really cool.
Yeah. And the songs were so good.
Oh my God, I have them on my phone. Like in my library, I have them. They're so good.
Man, all right. Shout out to Rockstar. Okay, we got two more. Would you rather curate the soundtrack for a horror film or only be able to listen to your favorite movie soundtrack? Interesting.
Only be able to listen to your favorite movie snap. Curate the soundtrack for a movie.
Okay.
I think I would crush it with that. I think I would like really bring back stuff that people totally forgot about and then realize like, holy shit, I know the words to this song.
It's so funny. I saw like a TikTok video, and it's so true. Like now the thing that they do for horror movies is they'll take like an old song and like slow it down and add like creepy children. It's so like now every commercial I watch, I'm like, yeah, accurate.
Wait, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like what would be like a really cool song to children of 5 for a horror movie.
Ooh.
There
What
has to be
about like Rammstein?
like Du hast? Is that what we're?
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why exactly? Why not? Why not? Okay.
That'd be
Perfect.
awesome.
Here's the last one, Caity.
Okay.
Would you rather? Ooh, okay. Let's say we're going for a karaoke night. Would you rather only be able to karaoke songs from the 70s or the 90s? Oh gosh.
90s. Like you can't ask someone who puts together Turbo's playlist from the 90s and 2000s to sing karaoke songs from the 70s. It just doesn't work like that. So I'm all about the 90s, and I would do every genre because I loved NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and S Club 7. And
S Club 7, they're coming back. Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm so freaking stoked. But 90s, hands down, that is so easy.
Ain't no party like an S Club party.
That's right. And like Nickelback and like all of the new metal from the 90s.
Fair. Yeah, for me, like I don't know. Like when I do karaoke, like I like to do like AC/DC or like Alice stuff. So and then I don't know. I guess I do sing a lot of 90s stuff, but it's hard to just
If you think about it, like bands from the 70s, they were still around in the 90s. So technically you can still like do AC/DC.
Oh my gosh. I love the technicality. Thank you so much. you have saved me.
Do it. You can still do it.
I shall. All right. Well,
those were really good.
Thank you, Mike. And you got them all right. So way to go.
There's no wrong answers, but you got them all right.
Yes, you did it. 10 out of 10. So this has been so much fun. Thank you so much. Before we do wrap it up and I release you back into the real world, any final thoughts you want to leave us with here?
I mean, if you aren't familiar with myself, I'm a host on Sirius XM, Octane, and Turbo. I also host AXS TV's Power Hour with 2 of my good friends, and I would love for you to come follow me and message me. I truthfully really love hearing from everybody who listens from the outside, and I try to answer as many messages and DMs as I can. So I just love being able to talk to fellow metalheads and music lovers. That's about it. But thank you for having me and doing this. And I'm glad we finally got to do this. And hopefully we meet in person sometime really soon.
Let's make it happen.
That would be great.
Done. We'll meet at the SuperBowl Halftime Show.
Oh, yeah. If we get an invite to that, let's
please
tell Metallica that they have to invite us.
Duh, we're there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy early birthday, Caity. And we will see you guys real soon. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Pisces. Bye, guys.
Pisces babies are out.